How will your organisation help the council meet its carbon reduction targets by 2050? Does this question sound familiar? Sustainability criteria and demonstrating what your company is doing to hit carbon reduction targets is becoming increasingly more important in the tenders we see. However, most companies, particularly smaller businesses, don't have a lot of support in tackling these kinds of questions. How much carbon does your business produce in a year? It can be very difficult and often costly to accurately calculate your carbon footprint and come up with a company carbon reduction policy. And even if you know your footprint, then what? How do you go about reducing this? Not simply to score better in tenders, but to positively contribute to the climate change crisis that touches us all. Many of our clients have raised these questions, but as bid writing specialists, we lack the expertise and resources to provide workable solutions. Until now. We're delighted to partner with one of the UK's pioneers in sustainability positive action. As a bit of background, net zero refers to the balance between the amount of greenhouse gas produced and the amount removed from the atmosphere. The aim is to keep the global temperature rise below the 1.5 degree rise believed to cause devastating climate changes and lasting impacts. So net zero is a target. We reach net zero when the amount of carbon we add to the world matches the amount of carbon absorbed through various initiatives we're involved in. It means that your business isn't contributing to making climate change any worse. You can still operate normally as a company, using fuel for energy, transport, manufacturing, etc. But you have also put in place schemes that reduce carbon in the atmosphere, carbon offsetting like planting trees, restoring ecosystems, etc. Some of these schemes can be as simple as paying a fee, but your financial contribution goes to actively reduce carbon in our atmosphere. So how do you become net zero? Our partners offer a comprehensive service, a 7-step process, beginning with mapping out your carbon footprint and help your company achieve, or as close to as possible, net zero. You answer their questions, and from there, you can leave the heavy lifting to them. Carbon emissions are classified into 3 main scopes. Scope 1, direct emissions from a business or under their control, such as using fuel for manufacturing, gas boilers, fleet vehicles, or air conditioning leaks. Scope 2, indirect emissions from an energy supplier. Switching, for example, may save around 25% of the carbon footprint straight away. Scope 3, emissions from business activities not owned or controlled by the business. This is usually the largest share of the carbon footprint and includes travel, procurement, supply of goods, waste and water. So focusing on scopes 1 and 2, our partners will measure your carbon footprint accurately, create a roadmap for your business to implement changes that will have measurable reductions in your company's carbon footprint. Develop a tailored carbon reduction strategy for your company to identify quick wins in the short term as well as medium and longer term activities. Provide you with a dedicated carbon coach to help educate your staff and guide you through any proposed changes. Provide comprehensive support over a 12-month period. Accurately quantify your company's carbon reduction for reporting to your clients, citing in any future tender responses, or simply promoting good news stories on your website and social media channels. Set you up on carbon offsetting schemes. Help you manage waste and your supply chain to maximize your carbon savings. Join a consortium of other companies that pool together their buying power to purchase more sustainable energy, often leading to lower energy and fuel costs. Certify your company as a net zero or carbon neutral organization. This is a badge of honor for use across your media, sharing good news with employees, stakeholders, and buyers. Ultimately, they actively drive change within your organization that will have a minimal impact on your operations, but will have a positive effect on your company's carbon footprint and quite possibly your energy costs. For no obligation quote, email us at 0@frameworker.co.uk for more information. Make no mistake, with the government's pledge to be net zero by 2050, They will be tackling this in a number of different ways, not simply reducing their own national or local government carbon footprints, but also leveraging their position as a buyer. The general direction of travel is increased monitoring of how their supply chains will help them achieve this target. This means you'll be seeing more and more questions around carbon reduction initiatives in the tenders you go for. These questions will want you to demonstrate how much you can do, quantifying your carbon savings, having reporting systems in place, and demonstrating that you are actively trying to achieve net zero yourself. Why not start your net zero journey today?